All right. Let us do this. All right. And for some reason, my other audio program doesn't want to record. So maybe no sound effects tonight. But that's okay, I guess. Oh well. All right. All right, this is the Closet Geek, episode 125 for July 21st, 2016. Hello, Closet Geek. We are, our people, fellow Closet Geek listeners. Man, I'm just off the...
Wow.
I'm off the hinge. It's been a
Like
while.
fail. So, wait. Ready? And take two.
Hello, welcome to the Closet Geek, where geeks come out. The podcast where four brothers have united their powers to become the four horsemen of geek to bring you the latest in geeky news. We are your hosts. I am Barry, and tonight we have Ryan and Michael. Woo! Yay! Woo! No John tonight. He is working, so that happens. So, yeah. What's up, guys?
Hey, man, it's been a crazy week.
Yes, I can imagine. Michael had a baby, so congratulations! Yay!
It was a miracle. I don't know how it happened, but you know, I am the first male person to have a child.
He birthed it from his loins.
So my wife had a child. Yes. So it was a very interesting weekend, but that's just one of the many fun things that have occurred. So
that's awesome. So let's go to our first segment of the show. This is This Week in Geek, where we talk about things we did geeky throughout the week, things we love, and things we could recommend for you guys to check out. So, gentlemen, Ryan, why don't we start with you this week? What did you do geeky?
Ooh. I ate sriracha fried rice.
I guess that could be geeky.
No, I just ate it, and so my tongue is burning. Let's see.
Flames.
Well, this week, I received my loot crate.
Ooh,
and
fancy.
I wanted to do an unboxing right here on the Closet Geek.
Yes.
What?
So
let me
bonus for
really
you.
Quick.
Bonus for you, Twitch people in the chat room or watching it on YouTube or Twitch after the fact we record it. Audio people, you'll still get the entertaining audio part of it.
So aside from Loot Crate, I've been working all week at my new.
Sniff.
It's the hot sauce.
The spicy sniffs.
Yeah.
Spicy sniffs.
It's the spicy sauce.
I've been working all week at my new place of employment.
Yes.
Making
Hexlock.
Hex Mortis.
Hex Mortis. Thank you.
And he's working on stuff that he can't even tell us about. Hex Mortis.
Yes. Well, that's just the one thing. But most of the stuff I can tell you about. I'm making props for the new MacGyver show.
Cool.
Not all the props. I mean, they've got several prop companies working for.
You're doing a specific stuff.
One of the many. We're making a little rocket. We're making. We made a. I wasn't involved in it, but they made a fake bomb box. I made a couple. Assisted in making some little pendants for the characters in the show. And today I spent all my day polishing little tiny appliques that will go onto swords, vampire killing swords.
Ooh, vampire
for
killing
the
swords.
Show, the originals.
Oh.
It's one of the Vampire Diaries spin-offs.
Cool.
Yes.
Yep.
Wow. Just prop making crazy.
Now, are the swords going to be actual metal or something else?
Well, it's technically just one sword, but we made three of them. One is a real sword, one's a rubber sword, and one's a fake stabby in your sword.
Nice.
Fake stabby in you sword.
in you sword. Nice.
Right.
Got it.
Those are the best kind.
Yes, yes, they're fun.
Fake stabbies.
And so
Yeah.
That's cool.
that's pretty much what I did today.
Are you having fun doing that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's so cool. I mean, the pay is just, it's not amazing.
Well,
the pay is average.
I'm sure you're getting
for
more
an
than what you
entry-level
were.
position.
Yeah, what you were
Right.
just doing stuff. So
Better than zero money.
Yes, better than zero.
But it's not the money that's drawing me. It's the work. I love doing that kind of stuff. I could do that stuff all day. I did that stuff all day in my free time anyway, and now I'm getting paid to do it. So
Nice.
it's
Yeah.
just,
it's awesome.
it's just
There
really
you go.
fun. Loot Crate. This is a Loot Crate box. Most of these boxes are reversible. So when you open it up, you can see this image.
You got a futuristic skyline there.
Yeah, you can actually turn your box inside out. So this is how it came.
Ooh,
This is the contents of the
Interesting.
box.
nice.
Immediately we can see a Futurama box. It has it's the Planet Express ship.
Yeah, it's a
Shall
little.
I open it?
Oh,
So it's their delivery ship.
It's the delivery ship, and it's a model.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
something to go on
Whoa.
your desk.
Thumper. Well, it was a model.
It was a model.
It's a little rocket ship,
Oh, that's cool.
and it's got a base.
There you go.
So that's good. I'll put that later. Next,
Okay.
we have. I'll do the shirt.
What do you
Here
got?
is the T-shirt. It's a light blue shirt with green and black printing on it. And it's some weird kind of.
It's like a blueprint for a
Blueprints,
weapon
something.
for a freeze
At the
ray
very
or something.
bottom
Oh,
says
it's
Something.
Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty.
That's what it is.
So
So
it's
if
a Rick and
you're
Morty.
if you're a Rick and Morty fan, you'd probably recognize what those were.
Yeah, it looks like a gun with a brain. And here's a Mega Man little box.
Yeah,
Let's,
little pop vinyl character.
Probably. Let's see what it looks like on the inside. I lost my knife. The suspense is killing me.
What is it? What is it? It could be random. I don't know.
It looks like it's wrapped in an edible bag.
Yeah.
What's it say? I don't know. I can't read.
It's popcorn. That's
Oh,
it.
it's a little cute Mega Man, and he's orange, so he's obviously have
Oh,
a.
he's red. He's red.
What, is he red or orange? It looks orange.
It's a reddish orange. It
So he's
according to the
But
obviously he's
the,
a power up of something.
Well, no, he's the flame.
Yeah, the flame guy. Yeah.
Oh goodness gracious!
I-
It's been so long.
there he is right there.
There he is. Yep, I see him.
It says 1 of 20.
1 of 20.
Oh, there's 20 of these guys. All right.
Gee, by the time, yeah, you'll probably have to buy 80 of them in order to get all 20.
That's right. If it's
Trek.
totally random.
This is Star Trek loot pin.
Ooh.
Oh, there
live
you go.
long and prosper.
And there's a pin in every box, and you go to Loot Crate /pins, and it will give you it unlocks something epic. It says.
Oh,
Something epic. Do they do pin trading? They have like Loot Crate pin trading clubs.
Sure they
I
do.
I'm sure they do.
I mean,
Alright.
that'd be
Here
interesting.
is a blister pack. It looks like not a blister. Star Trek: The Next Generation with the Enterprise on the cover. It's black and it has Loot Crate exclusive written on it, and
Ooh.
it is shiny gold.
It's so shiny, I can't
It's like
see what it is.
It's like a plaque. It's like a USS Enterprise.
Wait.
plaque.
Is it the
Yeah, that's
first
exactly what it
is it the first contact plaque, or is it the actual plaque from the USS Enterprise?
It looks like a plaque, which is also a sticker, and it's gold foil. It says USS Enterprise Galaxy Class Starfleet Registry NCC 1701D, the fifth starship to bear the name, launch, blah blah blah, and it has the command.
Blah blah
It's-
blah.
That's the copy of the plaque that's on the bridge.
Yes, and it's a sticker.
Cool.
Cool.
Although you don't ever you only see it like once or twice because they never put the camera in that direction.
And
Or was it in his office? Oh goodness gracious! Now I'm gonna
they
have to
always have
rewatch it.
a catalog.
Yeah, of course.
Shows-
Their
it
little
talks
thing.
about everything. It talks about everything you get, and it's got a Rick and Morty coloring page.
Nice.
Oh, there you go.
And
Let,
the last but not least,
what do you get? What do you get?
issue number 1
Of
Valiant Comics 4001 AD.
interesting.
Interesting.
It stars this guy. What's his name? He's a
Is that
Valiant
Lobo?
comic
Guy
character.
guy with a samurai sword.
Oh, sorry.
No, I know, and he's got
couldn't
the
see
red
it very
dot
well
on
from-
his forehead.
I don't know.
All I
who
saw
it
was a
is.
muscly guy that was pale and with black hair, and then I was like, "Is that Lobo?" And then I was like, "Oh wait, no, that's not it."
I don't know who. I don't know.
Totally forget him.
I don't know Valiant
I'm not-
Comics, so
I'm not very familiar, but that's like Valiant Comics, like one of the most common characters that I've seen.
Well, there you
of
go.
Valiant Comics.
Closet
That's
Geek
it.
exclusive unboxing of Loot Crate, this month's Loot Crate.
Yeah.
Woo! Anything else, my friend?
Continually making Wookiee parts as a side thing now. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people to make masks for.
Oh wow. Well,
So-
do you have to have that done by like Dragon Con or anything?
Only one of them, thank
Okay.
goodness.
So that one comes first then.
Yes.
Talking about Dragon Con, how are your own projects coming along for that?
Oh, on hold.
Uh,
With the new job
Wow.
and the new orders and the
Yeah.
moving.
yeah. Oh, that's
2
right.
weeks.
In 2 weeks. Ryan will
Oh,
be
yeah.
moving again, people.
Yes, but
I
it'll
think
be
this is what, your
I
your
think this'll be
third-
the last move.
Your third or
This
fourth
will-
move while we've recorded this podcast.
Probably. Yeah.
But I think-
This will be our forever home.
Yay!
This is the big expensive homestead that we bought. It's 6.5 acres, and it's got a barn and a horse.
Yeah.
Already, it comes with it. The barn and the horse comes with it.
That's
So
right.
now I have to
and
figure
a
out how to
tractor.
take care of a horse.
That's right.
Yeah. You're
So
like,
hopefully your veterinarian wife will be able to know how to do that.
See, the interesting thing about it is she knows
Yeah.
a lot because she studied equine.
Equine. She
That
got-
was her specialty when she was going through her residency program.
Yeah.
But she decided not to go into equine medicine because the lifestyle wasn't. It was too
Too much on the road.
demanding, too much demanding for
Oh.
of personal time. She just wanted to have a simple job where she could punch in and then punch out.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
So that's what she does. So in theory, I know what to do.
She'll.
I've read the books. I've listened to my wife. I've watched her do stuff.
There you go.
I've even had to deal with a horse that had a bloody nose.
Nice.
That's nasty. It looks like a horror film.
well, it's when you
Yeah.
Sweet. That's awesome. Well, we're excited for you. That'll be a nice new adventure for you, and you'll be able to do lots of fun things with all that land.
land.
Like pick up manure.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right,
It,
Michael, what'd you do, geeky, these last couple weeks?
So, I have been making. I finished a quiver and armor for my son.
nice.
So I finally got it fitted and everything today. Actually, I was like, gotta get it done because we're going camping this weekend for Mythic Realms. It's the big weekender this weekend, and so this guy,
The one bouncing on the bouncy ball.
yeah,
The half-naked
guy.
one.
it's really hot in our house. Our air conditioning broke today,
Oh.
but we got
Oh.
it fixed. But it's the
It's-
house had 9 hours to warm up, and now it's going to take 9 hours to
To
cool it back
yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So-
At my work, their air conditioning doesn't work either.
Ooh, that's rough.
So yeah,
That's
in,
been
At-
really
in, At-
hot.
in Atlanta, of all places.
Yes.
Yeah.
The good news
so
that today is that it rained, so it cooled down a little
Oh,
bit.
there you go. Yeah. So, but yeah, it was like 100 degrees today outside,
Woo.
and it was 90 in the house.
Awesome.
So
it's so nice to. You can say it's 100 degrees, but it's got like 30% humidity.
Actually, it was only 18% humidity.
Okay.
See, Ryan deals with the 90%
100
humidity.
degrees here. Well, technically it was only 96, but
Oh, yeah.
it was like 90%
It
humidity.
felt like, right?
I remember.
No, sorry. It's 99 degrees, but only 11% humidity.
Okay. I remember being in Houston. The hottest day I was there, I remember it was like 107 outside with 90% humidity. That was an awful day.
Nice.
Awful.
Well, here,
day.
while you guys are talking weather, I'm gonna grab some stuff that I got that I want to show off too.
Oh, okay.
Because I got some stuff. I am good at my job,
Okay.
and so I
am good at my job.
Well, it's like I think I do pretty good for myself, and so when you are a good performer at your job has a tendency to give you extra money.
Yeah.
And so
bonus.
I for my birthday purchased some new LARP costuming, but it's high quality stuff from a company called Ravenswood Leather.
Oh yeah.
Based out of Oregon, and they make, in my opinion, some of the best quality gear, and every piece is custom made to order. And so I needed a new quiver for my character because my old quiver became Lance's, my son.
There you go.
And so I made the new straps and everything for his quiver so he can strap it on, but I needed a new quiver. So let me grab it real fast.
All right, go for it.
Go for it.
So
Yes,
I might as well talk about some stuff while he's grabbing that. So I don't want to talk about one of the things yet that I've been doing a lot of, because we'll talk about that in the news. But I have been reading a really cool book called The Screaming Staircase, which is it's kind of like a teen novel ghost hunting book. And it's really good. I really enjoy it, and my wife read it with me as well, and I'm almost done with it, and we have the second book, so we'll be diving into that. So that's pretty cool. And then, of course, I've been playing as much as Overwatch as I possibly can. So,
of course.
All right, Michael's back. You can hear him.
Yeah, I had the clinking noise.
He's lugging. How much does the thing weigh?
This. Okay, so this is my.
You know what it looks like? It looks like an artificial leg.
It kind of does.
So what's nice is it's well padded. You can kind of see that it has. It's hard to see, but it's actually
fur or something.
Yeah, it's fur lined, and the fur lining is about 6 inches deep into the quiver, so you can stick your whole hand in, and it's pretty nice. But one thing that was very cool with Ravenswood Leather is, I told them, this is designed specifically for real archery, and I said, well, I plan on using it for LARPing, and interesting thing about LARP arrows is the heads are really large, so you can't go traditional
padding,
tip down. And so unless you have this giant bag that you carry around to pull everything fletching first, you put it fletching down, so all the padded arrows are up here.
Yeah.
That must make it hard to shoot fast.
Yeah, and it does. You get better at it, but it's not as fast as traditional archery, admittedly. But I spoke with them on the phone, and I said, hey, this is what I'm using it for, and these are the arrows I'm using. And so I told them about the company that I get my arrows from, which is Kalamazoo Armories. And they said, oh, okay. Well, we'll just, they said, oh, you're going to be carrying about 10 arrows? Okay, well, great. And so what they did is they actually made it wider, so you can see how wide it is.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And because of that, I can fit 10 arrows fletching down without squeezing the fletching on the arrows in the quiver. And I'm like, you guys are amazing.
That's cool.
Because that was always a big thing where
yes, the fletching I get is rubber fletching on purpose for durability, but it would squish it all together.
Yeah.
These little quivers, and so there's this, and then it has a strap package that you slide it in, and you now have the quiver in. Well, actually, that would be for the left side if I flip it around.
Does it go on your back or on your leg?
It actually goes on my hip.
Yeah.
So so it straps, and so this is if it was going around a belt loop, but it also has these awesome clips as well.
Uh-huh.
And those clips are for what they call the warrior belt, which is this bad boy.
Ooh.
Oh.
And so
That's a
see how
quite a
it
girdle.
has all those. See how it's it's a girdle.
it
really is.
It's a belt of
it's
mighty
a classic-
strength plus 8.
It's a belt of giant strength.
Giant strength. That's
So I splurged and got the nickel shadowed belt loops, and this is what they
Ooh.
call the elite version, where the middle loop can be used to put your traditional belt strap pouches and other things on, and then it has all those hooks across the bottom, so you can hook on all of your accessories, such as bags.
cool.
That's a bag.
So-
It is
Yeah.
it has
Oh,
leaves.
it's got leaves. Leaf thing.
It's
very elvish.
Yes, well, I play an elf character.
Wow.
Surprise!
These are all the buckles. But this is a 6-inch, what they call a 6-inch warrior elite belt for a 38-inch waist. Now the waist
waist,
isn't
but
like
the belt.
it's the 38-inch waist is not your pants waist. It's the section around where the girdle would sit, which is really more like at your belly button level.
Yeah.
So there you go, everybody.
Natural
Everybody knows
waist.
knows what my natural waist is. 38 inches. There you go, everybody.
That's right.
Hey.
I'm fat. No, I'm
You're
just kidding.
skinnier than I am.
Yeah. So
I
Of
won't-
course, I'm
I
a
won't
foot.
say
I'm a
that.
foot taller than you, so.
That's right.
It's true. It's true. You're much larger.
Actually,
So I went ahead and
you're more than a foot
Yeah,
taller
so-
than him.
that was my
Maybe.
Christmas. That was my Christmas. That was my birthday gift to myself. Was those items?
It's my birthday
So
present to me.
very nice.
I'm so happy.
Well, it's the last birthday present he'll be getting for himself. All the other stuff will be going towards the baby now.
To the baby.
Yeah. The baby.
It goes to
That
the
came,
baby.
that decided to come 3 weeks early. So
Yeah,
So,
surprise!
yeah, right. Poof.
Anything else you've been doing?
So I've been watching some really cool
Bark, bark, bark,
pizza
bark,
guy.
bark, bark,
Hold
bark.
on.
Wake up the baby.
Actually, interestingly enough, the baby doesn't even flinch with the dog's barking.
Oh, that's nice.
The dogs are like, "Bark, bark, bark," and the baby's like, whatever.
That's good. Train him while he's young.
But no, I've been watching. Yeah, train him while they're young. But
Can't hear you, Ryan. You're
hey
on
Ryan,
mute,
I
dude.
think you're muted.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say your kid hears that in the womb anyway.
Yeah, exactly. and so that's been every time the door knocks and the dogs are like bark bark bark. You know. Although what's interesting is one of our dogs is like, what is this? Sniff sniff. Oh, I know what that is. It's been around the house for 9 months anyway. You know,
Right.
plop, sits back down, and the other dog is
It
just like,
smells like my
You know,
owners.
yeah. The other
Just
dog is like
An
super
extra
hyper all the time.
Desitin smell.
Yeah. It's just weird because one is a hound and the other one's a Chihuahua. The Chihuahua's like always like super sniff and like really curious and always wants to know where it is, and then the hound is just like, there it is, plop, you know,
Yeah,
and
I
wants
can smell
to
it from across the room.
That's right.
exactly, and you know it's like the hound wants to sleep next to the bassinet, where the Chihuahua is just like in the other room with our other son. So it's interesting the dynamics in breeds. Anyway, that was completely segue into anime. I've been watching ReZero. I know, right? I don't know how that works. But I've been watching a show called ReZero, which is
ReZero.
it's called ReZero.
Okay, I thought you said
And-
3-0 at
Yeah,
first.
it's like RE0,
All right.
and it's about this NEET, or this otaku who is a huge RPGer, gets pulled into an alternate fantasy world. Sounds familiar, right? You're like, oh,
What?
I've seen this one before. But that's like the first 10 minutes of the show, but after that it has nothing to do with what the show is about. And essentially this character, if he dies, he resets with it, he dies and then goes back to a specific starting point, almost like a save point. And you don't know what that point is going to be. If you pass the point where you had normally died, he doesn't know, like, if he dies again, is he going to go back all the way to the beginning or not? And what's weird is the first few episodes, he's just dying all the time because he just doesn't get the new world. He's getting into trouble. He's, criminals are stabbing him in the alleyways because he's stupid, and so he keeps resetting, and throughout the entire show, as he starts, learning the world and getting friends and so forth, you slowly see his sanity, like, start to chip away, because he knows what's going to happen in the future because he's experienced it, but has not figured out how to avoid certain downfalls or windfalls.
Yeah.
And so to everyone else, he looks like a crazed madman, but he himself doesn't realize it. And so everyone's getting to the point where they just ignore him now. And then he ends up trying to go off and do something by himself and ends up dying only to reset the process again. And so it's really horrible to see this character go through this downward spiral that he has complete control over, but at the same time, because of remembering what it's like to die in so many different ways, but then come back, it's Groundhog's Day, but with a twisted, evil feel to it.
Nice.
So I've been really surprised with it. I was expecting this very happy show, and it started out that way, and it's just getting darker and darker and darker. Another show I was watching is the new Macross Delta Force, Macross D, or Macross Delta, which is the new Macross show. And what I love about the Macross series, as opposed to what a lot of Americans think of as Robotech, is it is a continuing canon of story. And so this is Macross D takes place 8 years after Macross Frontier, which was the last series that came out. And it's really cool to see just how the technology, progresses a little bit. But it's a different story with different characters, but in the same universe, because, once again, humanity spread out from Earth, and so they're completely on a different side of the universe from where, say, Hikaru, or Rick Hunter, Hikaru is, in the SDF-3 and stuff like that. So it's, the original Macross and stuff like that. So it's really interesting to see these different stories play out in different timelines. But Macross Delta, I like it because it's Macross, but at the same time, it's getting it's a little bit too much Lolita J-pop.
Too much Min May and not enough Rick Hunter.
That's right.
There you go.
That's right.
That's a simple way to put it.
Sit down, Min May. No one likes you.
I don't mind. The music and everything is part of what Macross is. That's the expectation of this, kind of space opera type of feel. But in Delta, it's more of a main story mainstay. It's the music is the conflict, and so it reminds me of Macross 2, the movie, which was, in my opinion, really horrible, but is still considered canon in the Macross world. So Anyway,
Moving
all
on.
in all, 3-0. Go watch it. Macross D, only if you're a Macross fan.
Yeah.
Okay.
It sounds like I'll
most-
skip that.
Yeah.
I could
most
barely
people-
stand Min-Mei.
Oh man.
Well, Min-Mei, admittedly, in the original series, was not the best character. However, in the
No kidding.
movie, Do You Believe in Love, the Macross movie, her character is much better in the film versus the TV series.
Okay.
So, plus the animation is so much better and everything. So I would recommend, if people love Macross, instead of watching the whole 26 episodes of the first Macross, just watch the movie that came out in '84, I think. So anyway,
Okay.
I'm
Did get done
for the
All right.
week. Done.
So we kind of talked.
As you were saying,
We kind of briefly talked about what I was doing while Mike was grabbing his spiffy leather stuff. So I, read the book. Of course, been playing a lot of Overwatch whenever I get the opportunity to do that. It's still super fun, guys. They actually released a new character this week, a new support character, and it's a really interesting type of support character. The character's
Is that Anna, the
Yeah.
sniping healer?
Yeah, Anna. Yeah, Anna, whatever. But she's a sniper, but how she works is to heal you, she shoots you. And so you could be across the map
it
and
shoots you with like adrenaline or something.
yeah. But the great thing about it is that she can still shoot and damage the enemy team, and it's still the same button. So you don't have to like switch all crazy stuff. So you just like shoot, and you don't have to be zoomed in to shoot either. You can just no scope it and get real close and shoot people.
It's like healing for noobs.
Lucio's healing for noobs because that's an area of effect healing where you just turn it on and you just run around, you're healing.
You know what it reminds me of is Dungeons and Dragons 2nd edition had arrows of cure light wounds, arrows of cure moderate wounds, and arrows of cure critical wounds. And if you had an archer with all those arrows, you'd be like, I am the healer, shooting all your friends with arrows for cure wounds.
Yeah. But it's
I remember that.
She's actually kind of a really cool character. She also has this grenade that she can throw on the ground that it gives you a small area of effect of healing, but it also stops any healing that the opponents can do. So their healers can't heal him, they can't heal themselves, and they can't also pick up health packs while this effect is going. So it's
oh man, that could be really cool.
Yeah.
You could throw it into a big melee fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Which would benefit your guys and hurt the enemy.
It's really cool. And then one of her other abilities is she shoots a sleep dart, and if she hits you, you are asleep on the ground for 6 seconds. That's huge.
That's long.
But
6 seconds.
But if you get damaged, you wake up instantly. So
yeah, but can't people just go up and kill you?
Well, people, yeah.
Or do they have to kill?
A lot of times, you can go up and just damage them real fast.
World of Warcraft polymorph spell. Your polymorph for it starts out at 6 seconds, but you add resistances, so it ends up only. I mean, it starts out at 10, but with resistances, it's more like 6 seconds. But if you do get hit, you're popped out instantly.
Yeah. So
it makes sense. They're kind of following.
It's not an insta kill because even though you're asleep, it's not like they can go up and go coup de grace.
No, they still have to do your full health of damage if you're at full health.
Okay.
They can't just unless they shoot you in the head a couple times and you die really fast that way. But it's really cool. And her ultimate ability is she shoots a dart at a friendly teammate and makes you into like a super soldier for I think like 6 seconds, where you're quicker, you hit harder, and you're healing for that time frame. So she shoots someone with that, especially like a tank or something like that, goes in and just boom 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 boom, boom hits really hard. Or some of the DPS characters that they just go in there and they just do a lot of damage really fast for a few seconds. And
She sounds pretty cool. Why?
she is really cool. A lot of people are really happy with that, and the game needed more support characters because the game currently has 6 DPS or offensive characters, 6 defensive players, only 5 tanks, and it only had 4 support characters. But with Ana, you have a 5th support character. So I think they're gonna, the next character, they'll probably either do another support or a tank to kind of, give the tanks their 6th character, and then the support to give their 6th character. So each category will have 6 options. So that will. And she was really cool, and I haven't played her yet because I really, really stink at sniping. But I think I might try. I think I might just try her to go in and do the no scope shooting. Just go up next to people and be like, "Bang! There, I healed you." But I still my main character and my favorite character that I still play is Reinhardt. He's the big tank with a big, huge hammer. Looks like a big knight, and I just love running in and wrecking and making havoc. So. The other thing that I have been doing a lot of this week actually ties into some of our stories, so I'll just kind of wait to talk about it, and we'll just go into the next segment of our show. This is the Weekly Geek, where we talk about geeky news that happened throughout the week, and there's some things that happened. A lot of gaming news. Next week will be full, or I should say in 2 weeks when we record the podcast, we'll probably do a lot of San Diego Comic-Con news because that actually started today. Today was day 1 of San Diego Comic-Con. That'll be going on all weekend long. So that'll be kind of fun to see what comes out of that. But the number one story that is still going on, even now, is still Pokemon Go. Now, we didn't get a chance to talk about it before, like in depth, but we've all had a chance to play it now, and that's actually the other thing that has been taking my other amount of time. It's been a lot of fun. I get to go out with the kids. I've gone hunting by myself and all this stuff, and it's lots of fun. I really enjoy it. And the game is super simplistic in what it is. It's just you pull up your phone that has a Google map basically on it that has the skin over the map, and you go around hunting Pokemon, and then when you find them, you catch them. You can evolve them and go to Pokestops and get stuff. Go to gyms and battle people. I haven't been to a gym.
And if you don't know all this already, where have you been?
Yeah, that's right. You have not been on the internet. Or even the news. It's everywhere. It's insane. But people know a lot about that, but there's things that people may not know about Pokemon Go, which are some of the statistics and things that came out with Pokemon Go. Nintendo has their stocks just went crazy after Pokemon Go came out, where they increased dramatically, and their net worth was increased by over $9 billion. And now since the last 2 weeks that Pokemon Go has been around, they are now worth more than Sony, which was a really big deal to have Nintendo surpass Sony within the stock market. And everyone's like, if Nintendo keeps doing games like this, they're gonna do something, keep on doing awesome things. So Nintendo had great success with the launch of Pokemon Go for themselves, and not only were their stocks skyrocketed, but within the first week, so the first week of the game, they made over $14 million. So that's $2 million a day that they were making, essentially, for a free game. That's just in microtransactions. So over $14 million in microtransactions in the first week, and they've been consistently on that schedule for this second week, where they're making, I think they estimated that they're currently right now in their second week, they're making like $1.3 million a day in microtransactions. And it's just mind blowing to see the success, and it's not even worldwide yet. It originally launched in the United States. Oh, Ryan just broke his chair. Good job, man. But it launched.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
That's broken. But it launched in the United States, Australia, and New Zealand initially, and now they're in like Germany, and they're going to be launching in Japan soon.
Remind me, when did Pokemon Go launch? It launched.
Like 2 weeks.
Well, Japan's Pokemon Go service launched today.
Yes.
Okay. Did you
And
just
so-
see my chair break in half?
We
Yes,
sure
we
did.
just saw your chair break in
see
half.
that.
Yes,
we
we saw
commented
that.
on that. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah, so Pokemon Go went live in Japan today.
yes.
And then, and then of course, it's been live in the United States for about 3 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks,
2 weeks.
and
Well,
some dude already has all the Pokemons.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's only
Read that.
133. Come on.
But
40.
you have to go.
Well, 10
like
are rare that they're going to save for the big
well, there's
group battles
there are
that they had.
yeah there are some Pokemon that you can reports that you can see them but you can't catch them. So like Mewtwo,
Let's see here.
the 3 legendary birds, Moltres, Arcuno, and Zapdos, and then Ditto.
Some people have said that also some of them are exclusive to other countries.
And that could be possible.
So like Mewtwo will be like the United States, and some of the others are only going to be in like Asia or something like that.
Yeah, so it would
so
be
it was
interesting to see.
July 6th.
6th or
Looks
7th.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah, it was July 6th. It looks like. Okay, because you were talking about the stocks, and so I was curious.
Since
so
you're
I decided.
a stockbroker.
So I decided to pull it up. Well, because there's two. Yeah, so there's 2 ways that you can follow Nintendo's stocks. Is you have the original stock that's traded on the Japanese market, and then you have what they call the ADR, which is what's traded on like the domestic market, and that follows the foreign market. But the base, before Pokemon Go came out, okay, their stock was at $138 a share.
Yeah.
Okay. The day Pokemon came out, it was essentially the same. It was the day after Pokemon came out, it went up to 150. Then everybody was like, what is this? And then on the 11th, it was at 224. On the 18th, it was at 299. And so it's like,
Well,
just
people,
right there, just
yeah,
like Barry said, it's just boom.
It's just-
and even on the domestic market,
it's
it
the largest.
It went from $17.50 a share all the way up to like $38 a share at one time.
And
It's amazing.
it's the
But
largest
people are trying to
spike-
get out of it.
It's the largest spike that they've seen since Nintendo has seen since 1983, which is when the NES came out.
Not 83.
Yeah.
Oh, was that in Japan then?
No.
No comment. I don't know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Anyway, but
Anyway.
and also Pokemon Go has surpassed active users past Twitter. And they also mentioned Tinder as well. But yeah, active Twitter users, Pokemon Go passed that. That's insane. You know how many people use Twitter?
I keep wondering how long it's going to last, but everyone seems to think it's only going to get bigger.
Well, I bet you it's going to be really, really big for the first month. And then it's going to start trickling down. Maybe when they have their events to catch the legendary Pokemon, it's going to spike again, and then it's going to go down. I think that's kind of what we'll see from it. But you know what?
Honestly, I was going to say, while I enjoy playing Pokemon Go where I am on the go, because it is kind of a active moving game.
Of course.
When I'm at home or at work and are not moving around, I actually have been playing the new release of Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, which was their big online game release.
Okay.
Addicted. Holy crap, I'm addicted. It's like classic Final Fantasy with MMO concepts of online gaming. And it's completely free.
Yeah.
I mean, and people are like, "Oh, but you could pay for extras." And I'm like,
but you
you're
don't
really
have
not
to.
paying for it. They're not exclusives or anything. It's just like, hey, instead of going out and adventuring for a bunch of hours, here, have a package deal. We'll give you everything right now for $20.
Yeah. So, something else in Nintendo news that came out this last week, which I thought was really cool, it'd be fun to talk about it, is they announced the release of their miniature NES with 30 games on it that's coming out on November 11th. I want it,
but they say
so bad.
See, I was kind of on the fence with that until I saw the list of 30 games, and I'm like, holy cow.
Yeah.
I
Well,
could be
yeah, look at
entertained
all-
forever.
Yeah, I know,
yeah,
right?
look at all these. Metroid, I mean, Metroid alone is tons of hours.
Well,
Metroid,
Legend of Zelda 2.
Mega Man 2.
Icarus,
Kid Icarus.
It's insane. They even
the original Final Fantasy.
they have so many great games.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
But,
only.
I mean, then they have Super Mario Brothers 2, the hardest.
I'm thinking
Smash
Christmas
Brothers
present for kids too.
Oh yeah, totally. And like that's hours and hours of gameplay, and it will be more hours of gameplay than
Here, kids,
Then-
educate yourselves.
Well,
Yeah, no,
it would be
gonna say
more-
exactly what Ryan said.
it will be more
like-
hours of gameplay because these games are harder than current games.
Well, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
you can't. There's only 3 games on that list that say
it's-
1, 2, 3, 4.
No,
yeah,
that's-
there's only 4 games on that list that have a save point.
well, they will
It's funny.
all have save points. That's
boo!
that's one of the features is that you will be able to save your progressive game.
Well, progressive games, but I'm talking about sure, the progressive games, those already had save points built in, such as Legend of Zelda 2, Zelda 2, Legend of Zelda, the Metroid, and Final Fantasy. Other than that, none of them
I think
have.
Kid Icarus did. It depended on the level you were on. I
See,
think they saved every
you are
other
correct.
level or something.
There's
But in the original Kid Icarus, it didn't save it. It gave you a code to show your progress, and you would enter that code in when
right.
you started again.
Right.
So the only game that I wish was on there that's not on there is Blaster Master. I loved that game.
I was going to say Blaster Master was not on there,
Yeah.
and what's the other one? Let me see.
And you know
if
what?
it's
You know
on
what
here.
game I played a lot of as well was the original ice hockey game. I loved
Oh
that
yeah,
game.
we played that all the
yeah,
time.
that
Where you
was-
could make the fat guys and the
that
skinny
came
guys.
with it, right?
I'm not sure, but we had it, and
yeah.
I played that so much. That's probably
Oh yeah.
the best hockey game I've ever played.
Oh yeah.
It was so
You
much
just
fun.
could win all the time because.
Oh yeah. You would pay.
Wait.
You'd get. You can make the guys either fat or skinny, so
That's
they
right.
can be fast or hit hard
That's
or
right.
whatever.
or the medium guy.
Yeah. Oh, there
gosh,
we lost you.
Oh, can you
No,
hear
I
me?
didn't lose him.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, and you could fight and stuff, and you get carried off
Oh,
to the
yeah, and
penalty box, and
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just thinking Christmas present.
oh, totally.
Yeah.
And I know my kids are of the generation that they'll play it and go, "Ugh, it's so hard. I'm
It's
gonna play
too
my
hard,
own game,
yeah.
Dad." I'm like,
Oh yeah.
no, you're not. Not until you get to level such and such on Zelda, you cannot play any other.
That's
game.
right.
Yeah, until
What?
you
You
Prove
had
to
to.
me you are worthy of video
Yeah.
games.
Yeah. Until you get your 7th heart, don't
Well,
talk to
well
me.
it's like you had to figure this out by yourself. What?
Yeah.
There's not a.
Yeah. What about Metroid? Think about all the hidden levels in
Oh.
Metroid
Well,
to get
just-
everything.
Well, in like Legend of Zelda, how you had to to find certain caves, you had to go up, left, and back right, then back left, then up. It was
Oh yeah,
weird,
to
weird
unlock them
patterns.
because of the hidden areas.
Interesting thing about that is that those kind of things would be talked about in the magazines that came out monthly.
Yeah, the Nintendo
absolutely.
Power
And so-
magazine.
We would be
yeah.
like in the dark for 30 days until the magazine came out, or we had figured it out our own.
Yeah. See,
So
my question.
There's no instant, let's go to YouTube and see how somebody did it.
Yeah.
Well, I bet you there are still YouTube videos about even
I'm sure there is
original
now. We're just talking
Nintendo.
about then.
That's true.
We're talking about,
Back in the day.
We're talking about-
man,
Yeah.
when the internet did not exist as far as we knew.
That's right. But you know, I'm gonna get it. It's gonna be awesome, and it makes me. I don't know if it's in the plans, but it would be awesome if they did the same thing, but for the Super Nintendo, where they take like the top 30 Super Nintendo games and put them on there. So you'd have like Chrono Trigger, probably Super Metroid, Yoshi's Island, Secret
I don't know if there's
Mana.
enough nostalgia for that yet.
There's probably not, but it would still be cool.
Sure. I mean,
Well, isn't it part of the
it all
30-year
depends.
anniversary though that
Well,
they're doing this?
I have
don't
no
know.
idea, but if I just know that if this does well, there's going to be more to follow.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Either another, either another
technically,
NES
you can
with
play all of these things on your computer emulator,
not
but
But it's not the same
it's
of
not
having the
the
little
same.
controller
One-
that kills your thumb.
one. It's not the same, and two, that's could be sketchy.
You know what though?
it is true.
They will never understand the idea of having to blow into that darn cartridge
that's
to
right.
make it work. because the box hooks up via
Or-
HDMI cable.
or wiggle
like-
or wiggling the cartridge while it's inside,
Just to get the
adjust
connect-
it,
line up. Right. Yeah.
pushing it up, pushing it
Love
down,
it.
pulling it out, putting there's a pattern to all sorts of stuff. So yeah, so it's super awesome. Going to definitely purchase that.
I'm probably going to get it just so I can play Kid Icarus.
Yeah, I
loved
wanted
that game.
to
That was
play
probably the
all
hardest
games.
game I ever played.
Yeah. So
I never did pass it. I got pretty far, but I never
You know,
passed it.
I'm actually surprised Contra and Ikari Warriors.
Oh.
I wonder if they couldn't get the
original
rights
Contra is not
to
on
it.
there,
Contra.
but
Contra would have been so awesome.
there's Super Contras on there. Like,
Up, down, left, right. That was the
well,
Contra.
Oh, yeah.
no, it was
The-
originally
the-
it was
It was with the
originally with Gradius.
Ikari Warriors.
The first game to use the Konami
Gradius is on
code.
the list though.
Well, it is,
Okay.
Yeah.
but that was the
Because
very
that's-
first
oh,
game
no,
to
The
use
one
the
I knew was Contra.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was used on Gradius or Gradius, which is on the list.
It
but
is,
I was
which is a
expecting,
fun
you know,
game.
Contra.
Although
Yeah. Anyway,
of the Gradius games, I liked Life Force the best, but
Life Force. Yeah.
I'll play
Life Force was
the
awesome.
original Gradius as well. But some other cool news that came out. Of course, we talked video games, but let's talk a little bit about TV. Star Wars Rebels, the cartoon series.
Iron Fist.
Iron Fist.
Oh.
Yeah.
Luke Cage.
You want to talk about
Woot
that
woot.
first?
Okay, well, I'm just gonna say we're gonna. This is a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive coming to you from the Closet Geek.
Oh, okay.
Marvel's Iron Fist
Yes.
will be picked up as a series for Netflix, and they showed the preview trailer
Ooh.
today
Nice.
for San Diego Comic-Con.
Mm.
And Luke Cage, Marvel's Luke Cage, who premiered in Jessica Jones,
Yep.
will also get his own series.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I mean,
All right, that's all I got.
no, that's cool. We kind of
That's what we were hoping for.
Yeah.
That's what we were hoping for, but it didn't. It wasn't official.
It was coming. But yeah, no, that'd be cool to see the trailers for those. But Star Wars Rebels, the trailer for season 3 just came out, and a character that was much beloved by a lot of people, that was in the old canon because he was in a book, but was erased from canon when that series was taken away. But now he's being put into the canon because Star Wars Rebels is part of it, and that's
Grand Admiral Thrawn.
yes.
I wonder how they're going to adjust or change him for the official canon, if at all.
I don't know.
I don't think they need to.
I don't think they need to, but I thought that was really cool, and it kind of opens up the door to all these people that were complaining about all that stuff being thrown to the side. Be like, hey guys, we're probably gonna take some of the best things or best characters that you loved and eventually bring them to the canon. So, yeah, awesome. And the trailer was really, really good. So.
I don't know. The only problem I have is that I'm not really. Ezra kind of has that kind of awkward teenager look to him.
Yeah.
He's really, I understand where they're going. He's growing up and he's gonna look a little bit different. They kind of
I didn't like his hairstyle.
And it was just kind of like, if you guys are going for the dorky, awkward teenager, you've nailed
it.
But how can we actually take him serious as like a leader of the
rebellion,
Jedi.
And the Jedi. So it'll be interesting to see the continual relationship / interaction that he has with Darth Maul.
Yeah. However, the animation has stepped it up a notch.
Yeah.
The amazing particle graphics. What do they call that? Particle explosions. Particle acceleration graphics.
I don't know.
What do they call that? Anyway,
I'm not a graphics
improved it. They have improved it, and they improved the action of the characters. So it's all it's gonna look the same, but it's gonna have a little bit of different adjustment to it to make it more seamless and flowing.
Yeah.
Nice. Really quick, going back to when you kept saying the word canon, I actually had to explain to Lance this week what canon was.
What that means?
Why do they keep saying canon? And I was like, wow, okay, because he loves to watch a YouTuber called Matt Pat, and he does a series called the Game Theory, and all these episodes will go through all these theories of games and so forth, and he talks about canon a lot because it's the strict story or something of that nature. And finally he broke down and he was like, what are they talking about?
I don't even know what that means.
Because he's like he's thinking canon as in bang,
like bang,
yeah, like boom, canon. And so I had to explain to him what it means versus
that's why the English language
canon
is
and what is
up.
canon. And he's like, oh, and there was like this light bulb above his head. It was awesome. So it just goes to show that even though it's a word or phrase that's used a lot, even though he'd been hearing that verbiage for like 30 episodes, he had no idea what the real purpose of it was. Yeah. So he was always confused.
So quick interjection. Mr. Lard is in the chat room and he said hi. Hello, Mr. Lard.
Hey, hello to all 6 of you.
And he said he's digging the headband, Mike. He's digging the headband.
That's what happens. I will be honest, I am a forehead sweater.
If you've been watching the video, I've been doing this the whole time because
I know.
Atlanta.
Well, I think maybe it's a Rick's thing. So all the boys, I don't know, but
I sweat buckets.
Honestly, I could put a headband on, and I look like I'm hardly working. But then as soon as I take it off, like it's just like.
I'm gonna start wearing a headband, man.
See, it's not.
When I do housework or something like that, I have to wear a headband, or else it's just like
where my computer
computer
is
here.
Set up, yeah, where my computer is set up is actually right under where the air blows from the air conditioning, because it's always cold. Like when I'm like playing Overwatch for a while, I'm like I'll like take this this Pokemon blanket and put it over my shoulders and be like, brr, while I'm playing games. And so
I've got that giant fan going, and it's still freaking hot here.
Yeah.
So
I honestly am not sure if the air conditioning will ever make this house cool down to where it should be.
Ever again.
Ever again.
Yeah. It does look good. Is it black?
Yeah, it's black and the paisley.
What should I go? Black or what?
I have
Red.
a whole array
I'm gonna
of
go pink.
bandanas.
Woo!
No, I don't have a pink one, but I have white, red, blue, yellow,
I have a red and black one.
orange.
Well, like I was telling
anyway.
Barry earlier in the podcast when you ducked out, there's no air conditioning at my work either. I mean, the front office has air conditioning, but I work in the warehouse.
Right.
And there's no
Yay.
air conditioning in the warehouse.
Balmy.
And so it's like hot. And so we got giant fans blowing us and stuff, but sometimes you can't use the fan. Like if you're working on fiberglass, if you have a big fan, it blows all your fiberglass everywhere.
Yeah.
Or if you're working with like tiny little pieces,
Oh yeah.
you can't use a fan
can't
because
use the
it'll
fan.
blow it everywhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so it's really hot. So I should
Yes.
invest in the headband.
There you go.
You know, they're $1 at Walmart.
Well, you know what? They
I'm
have
like this, and I'm leaning over stuff that like fiberglass. If you get water on it, it kind of has a bad reaction. And I'm like trying not to sweat on my work. I'm like,
Oh.
I'm like go like this, because I've got gooey hands. I've got a respirator like this, and so I can't do anything. I can rub my forearms, but my forearms are sweaty, so I'm just like, working. It's really nasty.
Well,
but
what you need
this
to
is Atlanta,
There you
people.
go. There
what
you
you
go.
need to get is the headbands that have like that gel in it, so that you can where it keeps it cold.
What I do have is I forgot about it. I have a headband where it's just a wicking headband, but it's got this tiny piece of silicone in it. So when the sweat comes down, it hits that silicone and it drips to the sides of your head, so you never get it in your eyes.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I just invested in some cooling towels. They're like 8 inches by 36 inches almost, and you get them wet, wring them out, and snap it, and put it around your neck, and it goes on the back of your neck or around
Maybe
your
you should
shoulders.
just move to Alaska.
Okay.
No,
Their summers are always cool.
their internet service is awful. I'm sure.
Oh well, I was just talking to Tyler.
I don't know.
My brother, and he's like, "Yeah, this summer's been very cool. We don't want to go swimming in the river because it's a little cold." I'm like, "You dorks!
I know, right?
Do you know how hot the river is here?"
I know. Well,
Speaking
it
of
does.
which, I now have a river going through my property.
Nice. A river
Like-
runs through it.
Now, now the question is, Ryan, is it a river or is
a
it
creek.
like a little creek?
It's a creek.
It's a creek.
Okay, because the reason I ask is because you
It's a
live in
creek.
Georgia, and when you say river, that means it's got to be at least a couple hundred meters across, right? That's a river.
No,
You know?
it's
Because-
a little creek. I think at its
Yeah.
widest. Well, it's the Alcovy River,
Okay.
but it starts off huge because it divides off the Okochiki River or something like that. But by the time it gets to my property, it's like almost gone. So it's like maybe at its widest, it's 10 feet.
Oh, okay. Hey, that's honestly in Utah, that's a creek. In Utah, the largest river we have is the Colorado, and it's still only 100 meters at its widest. So it's like, come on.
Well, enough about geography. How about we go to the next segment of the show, which is Geeky Trivia! All right. And Mike is in charge of Geeky Trivia tonight.
Oh no! Oh no!
My
No.
body is
So-
ready.
Oh, yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah. So I decided, because of just some fun conversations I've had recently, I'm going to do trivia on 80s and 90s fantasy films.
Woo!
And
This is the trivia that Michael always wins.
That's right.
yeah, so
So
this
he's
is,
giving
this
it.
is- yeah, so this is anything that's considered fantasy based.
Okay.
So just be aware of that. And
Is our animated movies included in this?
yes, it's any films
Okay.
films that are released
I just
during
making
those
sure.
periods of time.
Sure.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you either a plot description or general description, depending on the popularity of the film.
Okay.
And then you will have to tell me the title of the film.
Okay.
So we'll start off with this one. A daughter of Zeus, a muse, is awakened by the artistic
Clash of the Titans.
passion of a 1980s man. No. After falling in love, the muse takes all the dreams of the man and makes them come true. This was later made into a Broadway musical. By the same name.
The daughter of
Xanadu?
Xanadu.
Yes, Ryan,
That's what it
Xanadu.
is. Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. And some of these are like really B-movie.
Good job,
so
man.
Just be aware of that. So
Point.
So,
Ryan.
nice. Ryan. Woo. Ding. All right. Okay. Here we go. So Ranulph convinces Hawk to rescue the
Hawkeye.
Lady
Hawk
Hawk.
lady. Lady.
No. After a long and dangerous journey, Hawk locates his old friends Gort, a dour giant who wields a mighty mallet, Crow, an elf of few words who wields a deadly bow,
and
Baldwin, a wisecracking dwarf.
One of the
skilled
guys
with a
that
whip.
shot arrows like. What movie was that?
All to defeat Hawk's evil brother, Voltan.
Yeah.
Ryan knows. Ryan, you are talking about the film, but what
my
is it
gosh.
called? It came out in 1980.
Oh.
This
It
is
was so cheesy, but I loved
it's
it.
super cheesy. It is like the ultimate horrible British fantasy film. Simon Pegg loves this film.
I don't know.
Hawk the Slayer.
Hawk the Slayer.
Slayer.
I love how both Ryan and I, like, when you said Hawk,
Lady Hawk.
we're like, Lady Hawk!
There's going to be a Lady Hawk question in here, so we got to We both love that film, so.
So here you go. A 6th century post-Roman kingdom called Urland is being terrorized by a 400-year-old dragon named Vermithrax.
Dragon
or
Slayer.
Dectra. Yes, Barry, Dragon Slayer.
I didn't know that they had a name.
Oh yeah.
I love that movie, by the way.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
All right.
I had forgotten that part.
Here's an easy one. This film is named for one of the main pieces in the film, a sword.
Excalibur.
If that hasn't tipped, yes, Barry.
Excalibur.
I was gonna say, if this hasn't tipped you off, then how about Arthur and Merlin? So, yeah, the plot line is too obvious to give a general description.
Yeah.
All right. In the kingdom of Arik, the high priest Mayax is given a prophecy by his witches that he would die facing the son of King Zed.
Beast Slayer.
Yes,
Nice.
Ryan. Beastmaster.
Beastmaster.
Because I knew what you were. I knew what you were saying.
Kodo and Podo.
That's
Yes,
right.
those
Kodo
are
and
the
Podo.
pair of
The
speaking
ferrets.
ferrets.
Yeah, the ferrets.
Yes. In an enchanted forest, a talking unicorn learns she is the very last of
unicorn.
her kind.
Unicorn.
Ooh, that was such a tie. I'm gonna give it to both of you.
All right.
Good job.
That's an awful movie.
No, it's a great movie.
No,
What's wrong with
have
you?
you watched it recently? I've
Yes.
watched
It's-
it recently.
I've watched
It's
it.
a. I
Okay,
have it
last
on.
time I watched
I have it on
probably 2 years
DVD
ago. That's
or
recent.
maybe Blu-ray. It's great. It has one of the best opening theme songs by American.
The last unicorn.
I'm alive.
I'm alive.
Exactly.
I'm alive.
All right.
Barry, you're
1,000.
just too young to appreciate
Yeah, you're
it.
just too young. Okay,
That's not
1,000
true.
years have passed since the 7 days of fire, an apocalyptic war that destroyed civilization and created the vast toxic jungle, a poisonous forest swarming with giant mutant insects. In the kingdom of the
Nausicaa.
Valley of the Wind. Yes, Ryan, Nausicaa.
Nausicaa. Yes. I'm like, this
Hey.
sounds familiar.
Or the
Yeah.
Valley of the Wind. Would you have taken that?
Yeah, Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind is the full title.
we grew
You're
up.
correct.
We grew up with knowing it as the Valley of the Wind.
Yes, before they actually released the full movie. To
Yes.
Yeah. King Acrisius of Argos imprisons his daughter
Clash of
Diane.
the Titans.
Yes, Ryan, Clash of the Titans.
Good job, man.
Yeah, so give me
I
just
think
2
we're tied
seconds.
now.
No, I think
Yeah,
you're
no,
ahead.
Ryan is up 5-3.
Ooh.
So give me just a second here. I need to pull up my
Come back.
The
list.
sweat's
Gonna
really
come-
coming down. Oh my gosh. Okay, I can do this.
So here
Look
we
at that
go.
little baby
Little baby.
just sleeping.
So yeah, Randall. Randall Peitzer, a struggling inventor, visits a Chinatown antique store in
Buckaroo bonsai.
hope of finding a Christmas present for his son Billy.
Get the
In the
Gremlins!
Yes,
Oh,
very Gremlins.
Yeah, that's right.
Good, nice. That was
I was way off.
well. I try not to make it too obvious, so I'm just basically making a whole description of plot. So, all right. Oh, here we go. I'm just going through my list here. All right. Sam Lowry is a low-level government employee who
Ooh,
frequently
why does
daydreams
this-
of saving a damsel in distress. When
Oh,
a fly gets jammed in a printer and the results in an incarceration and accidental death during interrogation of cobbler Archibald Booty, instead of renegade air conditioning specialist and suspected terrorist Archibald Tuttle, Sam is assigned the task of rectifying the error. Excuse
the
me.
Fly?
Yeah. Visiting Buttle's widow, Sam encounters their neighbor, Jill Layton, and is astonished to see that she resembles a woman of his reoccurring dreams. Jill is trying to help Miss Buttle determine what happened to her husband, but her efforts are obstructed by bureaucracy.
Wow.
It is directed by Terry Gilliam.
That doesn't
Is it
help.
Time Bandits?
No.
No.
What? Baron Munchausen?
No.
No.
Brazil.
Oh, yeah. If you would have said the doctors wearing baby face masks.
There you go. That's true. Yeah. Ooh, here's one that drove me to nightmares, I swear. All right. In October 1899, 6 months after returning home, Dorothy Gale is melancholic.
Wizard of
Her
Oz?
Aunt Em and Uncle Henry take her to Dr. Worley, known as the electrotherapy treatment.
Turn to Oz.
Ooh, Return to Oz, Ryan. That show freaked me out.
Really?
Oh
Interesting.
yeah, I don't know why, but that's a good one. All right. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Some of these are just too easy. It's not fair.
Just do it.
Let's see here.
Let's do the easy ones.
Yeah, do the easy ones. All right, let me pull this up right here. Thank you. All right. Eric learns from the wise woman Freya
Crow.
that Fenrir the wolf has swallowed
Oh.
the sun, plunging the world into an age of Ragnarok. Eric solves trouble
Eric the Viking.
Yes, Eric the Viking. Nice, good job, Ryan. That's such a funny one with Tim Robbins.
Right. He's Eric.
Why he thinks he's invisible.
Right, because he doesn't believe.
'Cause
He's Christian.
Yep.
He can't see the gods because he's Christian.
Ooh, let's see here. Oh, dang it. Where was I? Okay. While the Tawani family are preparing to
Ooh,
leave
That sounds familiar.
the forested moon, the village is attacked by a group of marauders. Led
Return
by
to Endor.
Ewoks. Oh, very. Yes.
What? It was the battle for Endor?
Yeah, it was the battle for Endor. It was
It wasn't
Ewoks, the battle
Ewok
for Endor.
games.
I had to skip the words Ewok and Endor.
Yeah, I know, right?
Or else, it's like
was-
you
So,
but Ryan,
Sindel.
you-
Sindel.
yeah, right. Yes. All right. which is interesting when you. Anyway, let's see here. I loved this film. It made me laugh so much. The Ragniks, a tribe of peaceful traveling entertainers, are attacked by the evil tyrant Kardar, who takes their queen Canary hostage. Canary, however, manages to hide her magic ruby, the lucky talisman of the Ragniks, which Kadar seeks to bolster his power. Two young twins from the tribe, Katkek and Gore, bite off.
Barbarians?
Yes, Ryan, barbarians.
I had no idea what that one was.
Oh my gosh.
They were
muscle
some
men.
two twin bodybuilders who were really famous back in the 80s. Yeah, and they did a movie.
Starring barbarian brothers Richard Lynch and Ava LaRue. Oh my gosh. That movie was just makes me smile.
It was pretty silly, but yeah, I like watching it too.
Yeah. All right. New York City, 1985. In an arena parking garage.
Highlander.
Yes, Ryan.
What?
Oh.
I totally got that first.
It was pretty
Really?
close. It was pretty.
Because I didn't hear Barry at all.
I think I probably would have. I actually heard Barry first. So.
Okay, I'm gonna give it up to Ryan as the courtesy. Because Barry, you get the point because Ryan gave it to you.
Thanks, Ryan.
All right.
Appreciate it.
It's fun.
All right, last one.
Last one.
Okay, here we go. So I haven't even gotten into the 90s yet. Sorry, guys. All right, so we've just been in the 80s. Ancient Egypt. Emma Hershar hides in a pyramid from her mother, who wants her daughter to marry against her will. Emmy prays for the gods to let her out of the mess and find her true love. The gods answer, making her disappear. Philadelphia, 1987.
Is this
Young-
never-ending story?
No,
Oh,
young
that's a
would-be
good
artist
guess.
Jonathan Switzer takes a number of odd jobs. The first job where he assembles a beautiful, perfect mannequin.
Oh, mannequin?
Portends the rest of the movie
Is this
is
just mannequin?
yes,
Okay.
very mannequin.
I didn't realize that.
Wow,
I remember
forgot
that
about
movie,
the
but
backstory.
I forgot that it was all Egyptian stuff.
Yeah, it's the Egyptian gods granted
That's
her
funny.
wish.
Oh man.
All right,
Forgot about that
that's
part.
it for Geeky Trivia.
And Ryan wins by 1 point.
Oh,
Ooh.
good job, man. You don't win that often, so we'll
So-
give it to you.
Maybe next time we'll do 90s since I didn't get into the 90s.
Sounds good.
That was kind of fun.
Just save it for next time, yeah, when you do trivia. So thank you, everybody, for listening to The Closet Geek. You can find out all our information at theclosetgeek.net, and make sure you go and like our Facebook page and interact with us there. We'd love to chat with you, and we also post always some good geeky news there as well. Thanks to everyone in the chat room that joined us tonight. We really appreciate it. We are the Four Horsemen of Geek, minus John, because, he's not here, but he's still here in spirit. But we are the Four Horsemen of Geek, reminding you to wave your geek flag proudly.